Hi everyone. So here's a review sheet that I have used in the past. I thought I would just fill it in with you as kind of a review to all the angle stuff that we have done so far. So it says questions 1 through 6, refer to the diagram at the right, fill in the blank with the number of the angle or line which makes the statement true. Alright, so number 1, angle 1 and what are corresponding? Here's angle 1. That's going to correspond to 5, right? They're in the same spot. So that's angle 5. Angle 1 is vertical to, vertical means opposite from intersecting lines. So that's going to be angle 3. Angle 1 and blank are alternate exterior. Okay, so exterior is going to mean on the outside of these lines. So it's 6 or 7. Alternate is on the alternate side of the transversal here. So it's going to be 7. Angle 7. Number 4, if the measure of angle 6 is 135, then what's the measure of angle 5? All right, so hopefully you can tell these two together make a 180. So if I do 180 minus the 135, I'm down to 45 degrees. Number 5, angle 7 is supplementary to, and they want two different angles. So supplementary means 180 next to each other, so it's supplementary to 6 and 8. 6 and 8 for that one. And number 6, angle 8 is adjacent to, that means next to, and they want two different angles. 5 is next to 8, and 7 is next to 8. So there you go, 5 and 7. All right, next, find the measure of each angle indicated. Do not use a protractor. Nice, all right. BOA. Now, what do we know? All we know is this angle. We know this is a 90 and this one. Now, can you tell that altogether those three are 180? So let's actually make a long equation. So 2 times the x plus 9 plus the 90 plus the 2 times x minus 10 all together, oops, I'm sorry, that's going to be 180. All right, distribute the 2 here. So 2x plus 18 plus 2x minus 20. Let's combine what we can. That's 2x, that's 4x. And let me use my calculator so I don't mess up here. 18 plus 90 minus 20 is a positive 88. Subtract the 88. And we have 4x is down to 92. So x is 23. Now let's actually plug it in. 23 minus 10 is 13. 2 times 13, this angle is 26. We know that's 90. If we plug a 23 in here, 23 plus 9 is 32. 32 times 2, this one's 64. Let's see if that helps us. We want BOA. BOA, that's the 64. COD, COD, that's the 26. BOE, BOE. Well, actually, here's your straight line. Since we've got a 90 here, that's got to be 90. And EOD, oh boy, this angle here. All right, so we need this little guy. Well, if that's 64 in a 90, this little guy's 26. Oh, we should have known that from vertical. Oh, we could have used this straight line. 180 minus 26. 154. Okay. Here you go. All right, next section, true or false. 8, a 9-sided polygon is called a nonagon. We didn't go over that, but that's something you could look up. That's true. A triangle can have two right angles. Well, a triangle has to add to 180. So no, if you already have two angles, you're already at 180. So no, you couldn't have another spot there. Number 10, 53 and 127 are supplementary. Well, 53 plus 127 is 180, so yes. 11, a line segment is a part of a line that has two endpoints. True. That was like the first day, a long time ago. 12, perpendicular lines never meet. Yes, they do. They have to. So that's false. 13, two angles that have the same measure are congruent. True. The complement of a 67-degree angle is a 13-degree angle. What does 67 plus 13 equal? It equals 80. So that's a no. A complement would have to be 90. So that's false. And 15, a square could be called a parallelogram. Yes. You guys know what a parallelogram is. Two sets of parallel sides. Does a square have that? Indeed it does. All right, good. Let's go to the back. Okay. Find the measure of the missing angle in each triangle and then classify each triangle. Now, we didn't really go over the classifying, but you have heard these words since, I don't know, 3rd grade, 4th grade. So let's see what we can do here. All right, I'm going to put an X for the missing angle. So this is X plus the 30 plus the 90 is 180. You guys can probably tell that's going to be 60. Now classify the triangle. Well, it's got 3 different angles, which means it has 3 different length sides. So that's scaling. And a right angle, you guys know, that's a right triangle. So that's a right scaling triangle. Okay, next one. Both of these are going to be X because we've got equal sides here. That's going to be angles are equal opposite them. If we try to figure out what they are, right, add those up plus the 26, you would have to be at 180. So 180 minus the 26 brings us to 154, which means each angle has to be 77. Now if we're going to classify this, let's go by the angles first. They're all acute, right, under 90. So this is going to be an acute, and 2 sides equal, that's isosceles. So that's an acute isosceles triangle. Oh, dead giveaway here. That's going to be equilateral. These are all going to be the same. So this is a acute equilateral triangle. Okay. All right, 19. Use the picture below to find angles 1, 2, and 4. See, now I don't love when the angles aren't right near each other, so I use corresponding angles. So I know, oops, sorry, wrong way. I know if this angle here is 2y plus 20, so is this one, because they correspond, they match. Now I know these two together are going to make the 180. So that's how I'm going to make my equation here. The 8y minus 10 plus the 2y plus 20, that's going to be 180. So it looks like 10y plus 10 is 180. Subtract the 10, you're down to 170. And y looks like 17. Now let's plug that in and figure out what they are. So 8 times 17 is 136 minus 10. So this guy's 126. Let's plug it in. I mean, we could do 180 minus, actually let's do 180 minus 126. This should be 54. But let's plug in what we got. 2 times 17 is 34 plus 20. Yeah, okay. So now we should have everything, right? Angle 2 is vertical to this, so that's going to be 54. Oh, let's start with angle 1. Hello. Angle 1, oh goodness, that's going to be the same as this one. That's the same as the 126. And angle 4 is the same as the 126. They're vertical. Okay. All right. Doing good here. Use the picture below to find angle 3 and 5. All right, so these are parallel. That's what it's telling us. And to me, you might need to turn it or something, but hopefully you can tell these are corresponding. So they're going to equal each other. This angle and this angle, they're the same. Okay, so we're going to say 7x plus 40 is the same as 9x plus 22. All right, let me zoom out here. So I'm going to subtract 7x so I can deal with a positive 2x over here. Subtract the 22, and we get down to 18. So x, can't see it, that's embarrassing. Okay, x is 9, sorry guys. Let's plug it in to see what these equal. 9 times 9 is 81. 81 plus 22, oh, maybe if I actually hit it. 81 plus 22 is 103. This should be the same, but let's try it. 7 times 9, 63, plus 40 is 103. Good, okay, so these are both 103. Which means angle 3 is opposite it, vertical, so angle 3 is also 103. Angle 5, though, is next to it, so we're going to have to use this 180 business here. What's 180 minus the 103? 77. So there's your answers for that one. All right, one more tough one here. 21. Find the missing angles in the polygon not drawn to scale. Okay, four-sided shape. Hopefully you know that adds to 360. I'm going to add these all together, plus the 2x plus 9, plus, don't forget the 50. All of that together is 360. That's 3, 8, 9, 10x. And be careful, that's a negative 3. So make sure you type in a negative 3 plus 4 plus 9 plus 50. I'm getting 60. So I'm going to subtract the 60 and be down to 300. So x is looking like 30. They want every angle though, so plug it back in. 3 times 30 is 90. 90 minus 3, this one is 87. 5 times 30 is 150. 150 plus 4, 154. 2 times 30 is 60 plus 9. And I'm going to add these all together to see if they actually equal 160. And they do. I just love a little check mark. All right, last one. Use the diagram to, oh dear, below to solve for x. J is parallel to K. K is parallel to, okay, so they're all parallel, and we've got one big transversal. So again, I'm going to use corresponding. See your four angles here. X is in the top right. It would correspond here to right there. And now you can kind of tell the two of these together are going to make a 180. So the equation's actually easy, even though the picture looks a little crazy. But you basically have 3x equals 180. So x is down to 60. And there you go. All right, so there's your review. Hopefully you guys were able to try all that. I don't think anything was crazy. Don't worry too much about the classification stuff. I mean, those are words you probably already knew. Not a big deal. And the front was just, you know, looking at angles, setting up equations, and you should be good to go. Let me know if you have questions. and I will send out the problem set tomorrow. All right, great job, guys.